Hello and welcome. So today we are diving into what might just be the easiest and definitely the cleanest vegan muffin recipe you will ever find. Seriously, get ready to bake without the mess. I think we can all agree on this one. The absolute worst part of baking is the cleanup, right? A sink full of all those different spoons and cups, caked in flour and sugar. It's just a hassle. But what if I told you there's a way around all of that? That's right, just one. This entire recipe, from the very beginning to the very end, uses a single item for every single measurement. It is a complete and total game changer. So, what is this incredible one-pot secret? Well, it's actually a brilliant baking hack that comes all the way from Italy. It's called the Vasetto method. Vasetto just means pot or jar in Italian. And the genius of it is that the empty yogurt pot you start with becomes your one and only measuring tool. No scales, no extra cups, just the pot. It's just fantastic. All right, so how does this actually work? Let's get started with the wet ingredients and build the foundation for our muffins. Okay, first things first. You're going to empty one standard pot of your favorite plant-based yogurt into a large mixing bowl. And that's it. You now have your magic measuring Vasetto ready to go. And hey, don't even bother rinsing it. This is it. This is where the magic really begins. That little empty pot is about to become your best friend in the kitchen. Using that same Vasetto, just measure out 1 potful of vegetable oil and pour it into the bowl. Then, you're going to do the exact same thing with 1 potful of soy milk. See how easy that is? 1 pot, 2 more ingredients, and 0 extra dishes. I love it. Okay, now grab a whisk and just give all those wet ingredients a really good mix. You want to whisk them until you have a smooth, consistent liquid. This is the base for our super fluffy muffins. With our liquid base all ready to go, it's time for the dry ingredients. And you guessed it, we're sticking to our trusty Vasetto. All right, using that same pot, measure out 1 Vasetto of whole cane sugar and whisk it right in until it dissolves. Then, follow that up with 1 Vasetto of unsweetened cocoa powder, and just whisk again until everything is perfectly smooth and chocolatey. The real key to avoiding a lumpy batter is to add the flour gradually. This trick ensures everything gets incorporated super smoothly. So, let's bring in the flour, using our Vasetto method, of course. Go ahead and add your first Vasetto of flour and whisk it in completely. Once that's all smooth, add the second Vasetto and mix it all again. And for that perfect, fluffy rise, whisk in 1 16-gram sachet of baking powder. Your batter should be looking thick and really luscious right about now. We are on the home stretch, and this next step, well, it's probably the most important one for any true chocolate lover out there. And now for the best part, with a measurement that is just beautifully simple. You don't even need the pot for this. Just grab a generous handful of chocolate chips, toss them in, and gently fold them into the batter. Perfect. The hard work is pretty much done. And let's be real, it wasn't very hard at all, was it? Now it's time to get these beautiful muffins ready for the oven. Go ahead and line your muffin tin and then spoon that gorgeous batter evenly into the liners. I'd say try to fill them about 2/3 of the way full. That gives them plenty of space to rise up into those perfect muffin tops. Now for a really crucial detail, the oven temperature. You want to make sure you've preheated your fan oven to exactly 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 350 Fahrenheit. This is going to give you that perfect, even bake. And here is the very last number you need to remember, 25. Pop that tray in the oven and bake for 25 minutes. You can do a quick toothpick test at the end to be sure, but 25 is almost always the magic number. And there you have it. Just look at that. Deliciously rich, perfectly fluffy, and deeply chocolatey vegan muffins, all made with practically 0 cleanup. You did it. Now that you've totally mastered the Vasetto method, this whole world of simple, clean baking is open to you. You can adapt this for all sorts of cakes and quick breads. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to create next?